Hi guys, I'm Professor MJ, Statistics University professor. Unfortunately, we are not off to a very good start, as my picks went 1 and 3 last week. But it is still very early in the season, and also, at least the top pick, rated 4 stars, did win last week. When the Redskins grabbed an early 17 to nothing lead as 10-point underdogs, it looked like they were going to cover the spread easily. But the Eagles stormed back big time, and we needed a garbage touchdown in the last minute of the game to cover the spread. So that was close. This week, I've got 3 official picks and 2 leans. So let's talk about my week number 2 picks in the NFL. My top pick this week, rated 4 stars, goes to the Chicago Bears as 2.5 point favorites in Denver. The rest factor, which is critical in the NFL due to the physical nature of the game, plays largely in favor of the Bears here. They are going to benefit from 3 additional days of rest after playing the Thursday night game against the Packers last week, while the Broncos lose 1 day of preparation after playing last Monday night. In other words, the Bears will have 4 more days than the Broncos to heal and to game plan for their upcoming meeting, and that is huge. Chicago is also coming off a very disappointing home opener, where they were repeatedly booed by their home crowd. Playing on the road will relieve some stress. It might actually be a good thing for them. Last week, I told you about a website called footballguys.com that's a goldmine of information about the NFL. Well, prior to last week, they were ranking Oakland's defense 32nd, which is dead last in the league. Now, the Broncos only managed to score 16 points against them. So how can they expect to generate some offense against the very stout Bears defense? They are in for a long day. Meanwhile, Chicago's offense struggled big time against Green Bay. They probably won't score a boatload of points, but I feel like they're going to be more focused on details and that they are going to be able to do enough to win this game. In this matchup, which team has the best defense? Chicago. Now, which team has the best offense? Chicago. With a more rested team that I also expect to be very hungry, to me the pick is very simple here. Chicago. Now, if you would like to find out what my other 2 official picks are, I invite you to get my weekly package. Or you still have time to get my gold season package. Check out professormj.com for all the details. Let me now tell you about one of my 2 leans. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals minus 1.5 points against the San Francisco 49ers. The Bengals lost a game they should have won in a very tough environment. They racked up 429 total yards versus just 233 for the Seahawks. They made 22 first downs compared to just 12 for Seattle. However, 3 lost fumbles basically cost them the game. Running back Joe Mixon left the game with an ankle injury, but he should be back this week. Quarterback Andy Dalton looked very sharp with more than 400 passing yards, despite missing his number 1 receiver AJ Green. John Ross was fantastic with 7 receptions for 158 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Cincinnati's defense was supposed to be bad in 2019, but they looked pretty good last week. They pressured Russell Wilson pretty often. Was it just a flash in the pan? I guess we'll find out very soon. Meanwhile, the Niners won 31-17 in Tampa Bay, even though the stats were pretty even. Obviously, the 4 takeaways helped secure the win. Jimmy Garoppolo raised many question marks during preseason, and he did not necessarily impress last week. He missed several open receivers throughout the game last week. San Francisco's running game did okay, but wasn't great either. They also lost one of their starters, Tevin Coleman. The former Falcon will be out several weeks with a high ankle sprain. Considering the game starts at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, it will feel like 10 a.m. to 49ers players since they come from the West Coast. So that's another obstacle for them. Also, playing on the road against a non-conference opponent makes it more difficult to find extra motivation, as opposed to the home team that already has some motivation to do very well in front of its home crowd, no matter the opponent. That's it. I'm Professor MJ, PhD in Statistics. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive all kind of valuable free sports betting tips. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you again very soon.